Hello and welcome to GCSE English Language. I'm just going to give you a quick introduction to the course in the next few slides. So who takes GCSE English Language at college? The simple answer is everyone who hasn't already got a grade 4 in GCSE English Language. So that's anyone with a grade 3 or a grade 2 at GCSE and anyone who hasn't taken the GCSE before for whatever reason. It's not for students who've got a 4 or above but were hoping for something even higher. If that's the situation that you're in when you enrol at college, you need to talk to your personal tutor about your options. It might seem strange that you have to do GCSE English if you haven't already got a 4, but I promise you that having GCSE English Language at a grade 4 or above is the most important qualification, and I'm not just saying that because I'm an English teacher. Universities want a grade 4. Most level 3 courses you need to have a grade 4 in English before you can enrol on it, so it really is the most important passport to whatever you choose to do next. We understand why you're doing GCSE English. You won't have chosen the course. You might have absolutely hated English at school, or you might have loved it. You might have English as a second language. You might not feel very confident about your English. We're very understanding about the different students that we have on our course. We treat you all as individuals. We're really focused on getting you to improve your grade, and we try to make it as enjoyable as we possibly can along the way. So to maximise your chances, we give you more than one opportunity to actually sit that GCSE exam. You'll be entered for the November resit exam, and as long as you're 16 or older, it doesn't matter if you haven't sat the exam before, you can do the November resit. You then carry on in class until the result comes out in January, and if you haven't achieved a 4 or above, you'll then carry on in lessons until the summer exam. If you have achieved a 4 at that point, then your English is finished and you can leave the course at that stage. And then for some students, you might also opt to take functional skills at level 2. So that's yet another chance to get a level 2 qualification in English. At college, we do English language with the OCR exam board. At school, you might have done AQA, that's the most popular one with local schools. But we think that the OCR course gives our students the best possible chance of success, and also it gives you a little bit of a fresh start. Having said that, English language is very much skills based, and whichever exam board you do for English language, it tests the same skills. At school, you would normally study English language with English literature, and you might be slightly confused as to which is which, but the English language is very much the skills-based part of it. So all of the things that you study, all of the things that you see in the exam, you're seeing them for the first time. There aren't any set texts for English language. So what will you be doing then? You'll be working on reading and analysis, and you'll study lots of different types of texts. So articles, non-fiction and extracts from novels and autobiographies. And those same sorts of genres, you will learn to write in those genres as well. So you'll do writing that includes short stories, letters, speeches, blogs. The other part of English is speaking and listening, and if you've done GCSE English before, you'll have been assessed for your speaking and listening, and you'll have a speaking endorsement grade. Now that grade can be carried forward even though you'll probably be changing exam board. You'll only be assessed for your speaking and listening if you haven't done GCSE English before. We try and make our lessons varied and interesting, but some things we just have to do. So there's a lot of emphasis on exam technique, particularly before that November exam. Straight after the November exam, we can then go into a bit more depth really. So looking at those deeper skills, your ability to read for understanding and brushing up on things like punctuation and spelling. Some of that work you'll do individually because your strengths and weaknesses won't be the same as somebody else's, and we'll use online resources to help you to do that. We try and practice the skills using interesting and relevant materials. So, you know, you're post-16 students, and therefore we try and find things that are going to be more interesting to you than the kind of school-based materials that you might have used before. Lots of students tell us at the end of the year that they hadn't expected to enjoy it particularly, but it was so much better than they thought it would be. And they usually cite the small classes and the friendly atmosphere, which has made it enjoyable for them. So that was my quick overview of the course. And in case you're wondering whether there's anything you could be doing now to maximise your chances of success, yes, there is. And that's simple, just read. Read anything and everything. The more you read, the more it's going to improve your vocabulary, the more it's going to improve your ability to understand, to comprehend, and it also feeds into your own writing as well. So I'm not suggesting that this be a chore. Read things that you're interested in, you know, read about subjects that you want to know more about, and just read as much as you can. That's all from me. So we'll look forward to seeing you in the autumn.